wondering why that screen looks so odd. It's because that was the in-house screen. But right now, JP versus Quantum Artifact, best of 5 match. And this is a pretty exciting match. JP was the previous Season 1 Premier League champion. And Quantum Artifact is known to be the god at invisibility strat play. So the champion versus the god. And we've seen different times where champions defeat and take down gods. So who's going to win this game? I want to place a bet. JP has a huge advantage over, especially Artie able to get some kills off of this. Invisibility play is still in effect. Not quite sure exactly how it's going to play out. Artie should be able to remove that barricade. Just a few short moments. Clone 3s are going to spot each other out. Who's going to be able to fire and take the other down? JP does get the health pack steal. Get back into action. Oh, but Artie, cracked aim. Able to get the kill. Able to get the point. JP, not on point as usual, but even if he was synced, didn't matter. Artie, looking good so far. You can see that the way that Artie was playing, he did a lot of zoning control over onto JP, zoned him out, and was able to force him into Artie's prime position where he's able to just finish the job and get that kill. And that point. Now let's see if Artie's able to do it again. He gets spotted out by JP. Gets brought down pretty low. Is able to at least get the health pack. And now this is a loop 1 health pack steal. And I think that's from both players. We rarely see that. We rarely see an all-out fight, a firefight, loop number 1, and play around those health packs for a health pack take. This usually comes into play in loop number 2 or loop number 3. So this is a very surprising play. Now both players are going to play grenade launcher and tried some zoning plays, hiding from the safety of barricades and ramps. Now here comes Artie. He's able to get some sort of damage onto JP and take down the clone 2, but not the clone 1. Loop number 3. Artie's looking really good. JP is looking like he still has a chance to get back into this. He has to take down the clone 2, but the pre-fire shots from the grenade launchers are devastating, especially with the Justin passive kicking in. Artie might be able to get the kill. There's the clone 1, and with JP's clone 3 not on top of the point, that's going to be another point for Artie. Artie played this phenomenally well. He was able to get some good pressure, good zoning onto JP's clone 3, and JP played it a little bit too much time. He had 3 seconds left to pick up the health pack and then make his play, not giving him enough time to get on top of the point to bring it into potential overtime, and that allowed Artie to get that point. Two health pack steal coming into play? No, it just looks like they want to fight each other out. And that's going to be JP who gets that second health pack. Artie did get taken. Oh no, he didn't get taken out. He got the first kill onto JP, who you can see on the replay here. But barely. Oh, he got the health pack steal actually too. So JP only steals that second health pack. That's going to be huge for Artie. All he has to do is play around that other side health pack, and that's going to be his. Looks like Artie wants to play over onto the top ramp. He can save his health pack steal for a later loop, but the explosions coming in, it looks like Artie's going to be the one that gets desynced. However, it's still very much in Artie's favor. Even though JP won that, all Artie's going to do is play around that left health pack. That takes down the clone 1. That keeps his clone 1 alive. Does some good damage. He's got to be careful with the pre-fire shots and JP's aim. Artie able to get some good damage on JP. He gets desynced, but he's got the health pack to get back into the action. Here comes the zoning. Here comes the play. How's it going to play out? The explosion's going to come in. And JP again, not on top of the point. That's going to be Artie getting game number 1 in his favor. With a 3-0 sweep against the previous champion. I guess in this case, the god himself can't get taken down. He's going to win it out. But that doesn't mean it's over yet. JP still has a chance to be able to come back in the next few games for a comeback. But man, oh man, does this game look good. Now we're going to take a 6-minute break as we get a few things set up here, a little bit of tweaks, but we'll be right back. Game number 2 in the best of 5. Quantum Artifact versus JP with Artie already leading game number 1. Can JP make it back? We don't know. The players do. They've played this in the past. But damn, that damage coming in from Artie already getting JP's clone 1 back down to 9 health. That's going to make it so much easier for him in loop number 2 when he tries to take him down. Now, Artie doesn't even need to focus on trying to take down that clone 1. He could have done a little bit more, but it doesn't really matter as much. It's hard to pre-fire loop number 1. There's so many things that could happen, so many variables. Now, Artie picking up the Violet is a pretty good pick. The two champions, oh my god, what game are we playing? The two athletes that you can pick up in this game for Artie to make it very strong in the visibility strats are Violet, of course, and Justin. Justin either gives you the pre-fire damage boost, and Violet gives you the chance to use grenade launcher and a secondary either SMG or shotgun every single loop. Now right now, JP's looking good. Artie's looking good as well. This still could go either way. The clone 3 firefights happening, and JP forced Artie to pick up that health pack nice and early. JP has a slight advantage with full HP, but Artie's got the damage, he's got the shotgun, he's got the kills, he's got the point. And that's loop number 1, point number 1, going in favor of Artie. It's very possible Artie could be closing out this game here already. I mean, he's looking pretty good. He hasn't really given away too much. He gets these different kills. Oh, look at this change in strategy. I think Artie was the one that picked it up, and now that's looking even worse for JP. Artie was surprisingly counter-stratting here. Did he pick it up here? I want to say he did. He did. JP just one step behind. My goodness. Artie planning this game out to a T. He's got the barricade jump. He's able to get there so fast. That looked flawless. Taking one out from Jay's book, that allowed him to steal the health pack. Look how fast that was. My goodness. Look at that flying. And now that barricade's going to disappear. Guys, this is going to look so cool. Okay, we're going to spectate. Oh, I got to do the third person view. Here it is. Barricade jump flying across the map. Takes the health pack. Look, 3 health packs are going to go in favor of Artie already. And that's going to put immense pressure on the Jay that he hasn't felt at all in the last season. And now he's feeling it this season. But oh no, JP still unfortunately able to turn it right back around as he gets the kill. But God, okay, I got to admit, that barricade jump play was phenomenal. How in the world is somebody able to steal a health pack so fast into the game? Very smooth. Artie must have practiced that time and time again. JP unfortunately swinging it back into his favor, or I guess fortunately for him, and that looked pretty good. Now you can see how that barricade, that grenade launcher shot bounced off the barricade there. That's going to be a setup for the loop number 2. He's not going to utilize it right now because he's going to pretend like that didn't happen. It just looks like a random fire landing beside here. But Artie's clone 2 is going to run towards that spot, desync himself, and that's going to give JP even less time to work with. Comes out with back steal. He didn't quite time that there. He could have ran for invisibility strat. I don't think that's going to happen, but instead he's going to make an impromptu one, use the barrel. And now it's a pretty solid invisibility strat from both sides. JP could still win it. It depends on how this invisibility strat plays out. I'm not quite sure exactly, but it's got to be dangerous. That clone 3 from JP is brought down pretty low. Quarter HP left, but the explosion from the pre-fire shot on Artie's clone 1 is going to bite him back. And that's going to be JP getting the 2nd point. One step closer to getting that 3-point victory. Now JP managed to play this pretty well. It wasn't so much JP's play. Why so lucky in this game? Was he spectating? So lucky. You know the outcome in this game? What is this? Now, JP, it wasn't so much that he played that phenomenally well. It was more like Artie miscalculated that pre-fire shot and walked right into it, allowing JP to get the win. What in the world? Dart knows it too. Why does everybody know this? Grenade launcher shots from both sides. And that's not a surprise. JP and Artie are both known to utilize the grenade launcher. JP hasn't been using it as much in these games, and that could partially be due to the fact that JP is a little bit out of practice coming into the season. He's been mostly playing another game called Splitgate in a professional tournaments, and the grenade launcher change between the last time he played and I guess now has nerfed him quite significantly. He hasn't been able to practice it as much, so his precision with it isn't as on point as it was last season. Now here comes the final bit of damage, and that's going to be JP closing out this game number 2. Bring it to 1-1. Now with both players leading 1-1, they're both starting out this next game at the same spot, basically 0. Basically from the beginning. Now JP played that phenomenally well. He had good control around the map. He had good aim, good damage as they made the push towards the point. I think this game still could go either way, but in the meantime, we'll be right back as we get the next game set up. Game number 3. Welcome back, everybody. We've got Quantum Artifact versus JP in the best of 5, not 3. So, with these two players, it looks like JP wants to go back to his old school strategy. JP's strategy in Season 1 was grenade launcher shot from around the map, putting in some good control, forcing players to go where he wants them to go. Loop number 2 was typically either a SMG play, maybe another grenade launcher play depending on the game. And here's a second grenade launcher. And the third play was mostly shotgun, sometimes SMG. Really depends. Ooh, but the damage. Oh no, that's not damage. That's a pre-fire shot. A little bit of friendly fire on his own clone, but I think this could go still in favor of JP. I don't know. We had to have seen exactly what that clone 2 does from CD Hollow, or CD Hollow. CD Hollow, you're not in this game. Get out of here. From Artie. Pre-fire shots, grenade launcher shots gonna come in, and the explosion coming in from the clone 2 from JP does take down that clone 2 from Artie. And now it's up to JP to try to close out this game. He is able to do so. Not on top of the point with his clone 3, but doesn't matter. He gets the point anyway. We thought that Artie was going to make a fantastic invisibility strat play, but JP had the perfect timing and read on that. We saw the grenade launcher explosion come in. What in the world is this? We saw the grenade launcher explosion come in from Artie, and JP timed it exactly at that spot, as Artie usually fires it on his right side, not so much the left. Now Artie's got to start to consider, should I start shooting on the left side? Should I start using the barrels as more invisibility strats? It's hard exactly to say, but Artie's saying right now, I want to go on the offensive. Forget the invisibility strats. I'm just going to go right up to your face and try to take you down, but it's going to be melee to melee. Neither player getting taken down loop number 1. JP is still pretty precise with the aim with the grenade launcher. It looks like loop number 1, he wants to provide more control around with the pre-fires. Loop number 2, he wants to just all out aim right at you, and that still provides a pretty good pre-fire coverage. Now with the violet passive, quote-unquote passive, coming into play, he's got even more damage output, and he's pulling out the sniper rifle. This is the first time we're going to see it in the match, or in the tournament so far. He's able to change it right up to play. I love the versatility that comes in from JP. He's got the SMG play coming into the fact he already took down, but the desync coming in from the barrel and the explosion, and that's going to be finally Artie able to get this first point. Sniper rifle wasn't the best of choice from JP here. If he wanted to play it, he might have wanted to go onto the high ground ramp to get some more vantage point, more visibility around the different clones, and more safety around the pre-fire shots from both sides. So now, game swinging back into Artie's favor. Not a whole lot going to happen here just yet. Both are going to make their push on top of the point, and that's going to be JP getting loop number 1 advantage. Now the pre-fire shots from JP are zoning one side of the map. Maybe he's going to use grenade launcher to zone the second side. I want to say that's going to happen here. It looks like that's what's happening. The grenade launcher from that clone 1 does take down Artie's clone 2. And he's forced to pick up the health pack. Another grenade launcher shot almost hitting Artie in the face. But Artie's not going to be able to survive. I don't even know who's on top of the point. There's so much smoke. Grenade launcher after grenade launcher after grenade launcher. This time JP is not going to go for the sniper rifle, but he gets the health pack. He takes down Artie's clone 3. He goes for a race, but it's not really a race. Artie went over to the other side, got the health pack, but JP doesn't even care as he takes down all 3 of Artie's clones and gets a second point, bringing him one step closer to that final point. I honestly don't know how this is going to turn around. JP is looking so strong. I mean, Artie's got some good grenade launcher shots, but JP is starting to get back into it. He's landing pretty precise grenade launcher shots. He's got a good read on where Artie's been going. If he's going to the left, if he's going to the right, he's pre-firing his shots perfectly where Artie's going. And not only that, guys, to put this into perspective, the grenade launcher change makes using grenade launcher even more difficult, as the radius around it, you have to be very precise and spot on. On top of that, you have to be even more precise because Artie's playing Torre. Sometimes the grenade launcher doesn't even give you the chance to run invisibility strats. And look at that, that 30% damage reduction prevented him from running his own invisibility strat. That's the downside. Artie loves to use Torre. It's a great character to pick up. It has a fantastic ability, but makes it extremely difficult to run invisibility strats because you just survive that much more. There's little room for error when you want to run those invisibility strats. So now, JP could win it out here. He's got everything going for him. Artie misplayed that invisibility strat. He still kind of saved it with his clone 3 to be able to go back in, but the explosion's going to come in, and the damage on that clone 1 has been done. Now the clone 3 for Artie is going on the offensive. They're both going to make their push. Artie's not looking at JP, but JP's looking at Artie, and the clone 1 barely surviving for JP, bringing into overtime, and now JP's got a pretty good advantage in around where he's going to aim. He's got full HP on loop number 3. As he picked up the health pack, he's not on point. He's got a little bit more point control. Which way is it going to go? Looks like Artie wants to go on the hunt. Takes down JP's clone 1. Not a whole lot JP's clone 1 could do. I mean, he had, how much health did he had? 10 HP that entire round. But he did some pretty good pre-fire shots. I guess it doesn't matter. That melee coming in from Artie is going to take down JP's clone 1. And that's going to render all of those pre-fire shots completely useless. Fortunately for JP, he is going to go on the offensive. Wants to take down that clone 2 as best as he can. Is able to do so. He might get taken down by this clone 1. He got the melee off, actually. As a last, it must have been like 0.000001 or something. Now, 99 HP, full HP for Artie. Doesn't matter as much. How did that clone 1 live? The melee didn't go off? The pre-fire shots are going to come into play now. And with that changing the tides of the game, this could be JP's game to win it. Pre-fire shots or not. Artie's on top of the point. How is it going to play out? The last bit of damage. And that's going to be JP securing that point and getting the game win, bringing us to 2-1 in favor of JP. I think another big factor that happened is JP's clone 1 resyncing back into the timeline gave Artie a little bit of a difficulty playing against it, as pre-fire shots are suddenly going to come into effect and come into play. Now guys, we'll be right back as we get game number 4 set up of JP versus Artie. Stay tuned. 1-2 in favor of JP. Quantum Artifact versus JP. Right now, JP is taking the lead. He needs one more game to win this. And already needs to come back with 2 game wins. But already, look at that precise explosion shot from JP. It looks like he's not going for any pre-fire shots. He just wants to go for straight damage. And he's going to take down Artie pretty much twice. I mean, that last bit of health from Artie was like at 33 HP or 7 HP. And he, my goodness, so much damage, so many precise shots coming in from JP with just a 1 loop play. And pre-fire shots can come into play as well. And it looks like Artie wants to go for invisibility strat. However, there is a little bit of a cost that comes from invisibility strat. You don't know if you die when you resync. You could walk into a grenade launcher shot, and it's hard to notice. You don't know how much damage you're going to take. If I want to bet here, JP is more favored to win this first point. He's got to be careful. Already managed to get some pretty good shots in. A pre-fire shot is going to take him down. Take JP down. He has to get the health pack to resync back up. And now here comes the rush towards the point. JP needs to get on top of the point, and he doesn't because he gets desynced by Artie. And that's going to be the first point going in favor of Quantum Artifact, making some pretty sweet plays. The pre-fire shots, Artie is able to land them just as well as JP is. Now JP, I don't know. It looks already like it's going in favor of Quantum Artifact. The game could turn around as we've seen in the previous games. It really depends on how those pre-fire shots are going to come in. JP hasn't really been firing as much as he has, but he's firing around the health packs. And now he's going for a more offensive one. He is able to get some pretty good damage onto that clone 1, but not able to reload in time. He goes through the melee. He gets the kill. Pretty well played by JP. How is Artie going to come back from this? If he plays towards that left side health pack, that's going to be huge. He could get taken down. He's got to watch out because JP is aiming precisely on him. And with the exact aim that JP has with that grenade launcher is deadly. Now, right now, JP also has the advantage of Violet with the 2 primary weapons. If he runs out of time using the grenade launcher strat, he's still got the SMG. Final loop. JP's looking good. He pulls out the sniper rifle again. And he lands the first shot. Second shot, not so much. How is that going to play out? Ooh, he's still landing those shots. He doesn't get a clear headshot, but the damage is done. And there goes the clone 3. There goes the clone 2. Clone 1 is alive, but not for much longer as JP gets on top of the point by himself, getting that first point for him. Now, the sniper rifle made it a little bit easier for JP to land the shots, but didn't give him as much damage output as it could have been. However, he still made it work. He went for aggressive play. The SMG came in to save the day. If he played any other athlete and went for the sniper rifle, there's no way he would have been able to come back from that. Grenade launcher and grenade launcher. Look at the explosion that's going to happen from these 2 players. Artie's going to go for invisibility play and deny the vision and knowledge that JP is going to be able to pull off. JP could get some pre-fire off. I don't know how that's going to play out. But this map is going to be very zoned, very dangerous, like walking across a minefield, especially when Artie resyncs. JP did go for a grenade launcher. Loop number 2 again? Yeah. Here comes the push for JP and Artie. JP is able to secure this loop number 2 advantage, but barely. It still could go either way. Artie's going to resync into the play. We'll see how this resync invisibility strat play comes into effect. Barricade is gone. And there goes the 1. Oh, the clone 3 going to take down that clone 1. How's that going to play out? Here comes the clone 3s making their push. Artie's the only one on top of the point, and JP, true to his old ways, not going to be on top of the point, giving that point away to Artie. What in the world? Who needs to see? I think it's because JP is going sniper rifle again. It is a fantastic weapon to use, but it doesn't give him the damage output you need in these rounds. JP needed to have gone either SMG or shotgun and go for either some more aggressive plays to try to zone out and deal much damage, but it's also very dangerous. I mean, I get where it comes from. There's not one, not two, but 3 clones using grenade launchers, zoning out almost the entire map. JP on point again with the grenade launcher shot. Even after, if CD Hollow, or not CD Hollow, why do I keep saying CD Hollow? CD Hollow, get out of here. If Artie wants to be able to save that clone 1, he has to go for a kill onto JP's clone 1. So far, that is going to happen, actually. That's exactly what happens. The clone 1 is going to get saved for Artie, and that's going to get him a little bit of an advantage. He does get taken down right away, so JP doesn't even care. Now Artie's got a little bit of a task ahead of him. He's got to take down that clone 2 for JP. And that's going to be his win condition. Once he takes on the clone 2, he can focus on clone 3. Gotta be careful. Is he able to do it? Clone 2 gets some good damage, but the clone 3 has his eyes set right on him. They're going to make their push. How is this going to play out? All the 3 clones are down for JP, and only Artie's clone 2 is alive. That gets him that game, bringing us 2-2. Guys, we're going to game number 5. Both players not giving up any leeway. The explosions coming in from both sides are going to pre-fire and only leave Artie on top of the point with full HP, actually, at that. And so, guys, we're going to be right back as we take a small 3-minute break. Stay tuned, guys. We're going into game number 5, winner take all. Be right back. final match, and I just noticed something. If you guys aren't aware, actually, before we get into that, right now the stakes are high. It's 2-2 in terms of match points. Winner take all. And now, if you guys aren't aware, Dart runs a TikTok channel where he does a very frequent but very fun game where he says, he takes a screenshot of somewhere in the map and says, "Where is this thing?" And I think I found one. He took a screenshot of this. I found it, Dart. Is that it or is that not? It could be the ones on the side too, but right now, grenade launcher are going to come into play. And only the clone 1 is still able to get the clone 1 in favor of JP, but they're pushed on top of the point. Who is it going to go in favor of? It's going to go in favor of JP, but just barely. Barely get into that action. JP does have the advantage in this loop, but oh my goodness, does Artie get deleted. Now Artie's going to rush towards that health pack. He does get back into the action, and now he's going to make his push. JP pulling up the laser. How much damage does he got? He's got all he needs, and that's going to be his first point. I don't know if how well planned that was. I mean, he got the SMG, he had the time, and he decided for his secondary primary weapon that he wanted to use the laser at this very case. He could have used shotgun, he could have used anything else, but the laser finally coming out. That's their first laser in a tournament. I love it. Would rate 10 out of 10. Damn, Dart. We got the updated news. This is not the screenshot Dart took. Maybe it's that one. I don't know. But now it's recorded, just as Sugar Puff said, recorded forever of how wrong I am. I sounded so confident too. It's all about the confidence. Now, Artie, he tried to go for a health pack steal, but JP had the read and the play. He took down Artie's clone 2. Artie had to rush back for his own health pack, and now JP could get an even better play as well because he knows exactly where Artie's going to be. Artie had to react very reactively, obviously not proactively in this case, whereas JP did. Now, a proactive play is if JP wants to, he could use grenade launcher or he can just pre-fire. It looks like he's going to go with a good old-fashioned SMG, but Artie's got the shotgun. If JP gets a little bit too close, it's going to be too much damage, but JP's going to go for a health pack steal. He's in a little bit of a pickle. He's got little to no health, but so does Artie. The push is going to come into play, and that's going to be an overtime play. But it's going to go in favor of JP. Now, Artie is going to go for invisibility strap play, but the thing is, Artie's clone 3 has little to no health, and with no health packs on top of the map, JP is more than likely favored to win this. JP is going to have a reset clone 3. I think he's only got the clone 2 on top of the point, if I'm not mistaken. That's exactly it. Oh, he had the clone 1. Oh, nope. That last bit of damage, I don't know what the heck happened there. Clone 2 at full HP at that. So JP basically has 3 clones at full HP. Artie has 2. But the clone 3 is going to be a big deal. That's going to be where the game is either made or broken. Here comes the explosion play. JP is able to save the day as able to clear off Artie away. However, he did leave that clone 1. So Artie could still bring into another overtime with that clone 1 alone. How's this going to play out here? Any pre-fire shots? No, but Artie is out in the open. He could get shot down, and he does. And now it's up to JP to not get pre-fired on and take down the clone 2 and the clone 1. He should be able to do it. Timeline is in his favor. Here comes the damage. Here comes the aim. And there goes the second point in favor of JP. Guys, better not be making fun of my English dictionary dictions. Battle for point number 3. JP is looking really strong in this game. He hasn't made many mistakes. Neither has Artie, actually. I think it's just been JP has been outplaying, outmaneuvering Artie in these games. But this could be how the game ends. Oh, but the damage comes in. Whack him out of here, Artie. Get him off that point. Artie's going to get that loop 1 advantage. Now let's see how long he's going to hold that advantage. Is he going to carry on to loop number 2? Looks like Artie wants to go for a health pack play. He wanted to go for that second health pack play. This may cost him in the loop number 3 because Artie is extremely overextended out in the open on that last loop, or in the second loop. He manages to survive, but I mean, all JP has to do is take down that clone 2. That's going to keep his clone 2 alive. So here comes the play. JP trying to take down the clone 3. He's going to get the health pack stolen away from him. He still has a chance to be able to take him down. He is able to do so. There's only 1 health pack back over at his own base, but that's going to be JP closing out the game with a 3-0 sweep. Already had a good understanding of how to play that. He had a lot of distraction over to JP. Unfortunately for him, JP managed to turn around, but barely. The maneuverability around JP, I think Artie had to play around that barricade and play out time a little bit longer, but unfortunately for him, that's how JP is going to win this first match series. Now, guys, we've got our first live match coming up soon. And although this is live, we're actually going to take a 6-minute break before we get into the next games.